Merry Christmas to all of y'all that got that reference. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you wanted to join me today because today I am going to talk about sustainable Christmas holidays, decor, food, gifts, what? I have made this video, or like I've made a Christmas video for the past 3 years. I think it's super helpful. It's content that I love to watch myself to see how other people try to be more sustainable in a month that is literally about overconsumption of goods. No thank you. So I am planning on talking to you a little bit about the kind of food that I eat during Christmas. I'm a vegan, so hello. What kind of gifts I give and what kind of gifts I receive. I don't buy anything from new stores. I don't use department stores. I don't use fast fashion. So what do you do then? I'm talking a little bit about decor and how I choose to be festive in my apartment and in my life, and how I visually want to celebrate Christmas. And what else? Oh, stuff just generally. Great, okay. So one of the most commonly asked questions is about gifts. In Denmark alone, we spend around 825 tons of gift wrapping and ribbons every single year. And these products cannot be recycled because they're mixed materials. So instead of buying something simply just to destroy it and throw it away, try and using something that's reusable, like a cloth napkin or newspapers that you already had. Instead of going out to buy something, use what you already have instead. I have several gift guides on my blog. I have a gift guide about like products where you can like buy a product and give it to someone else, like the most conventional way of gift giving with sustainable brands. And if you're really interested in that kind of gift giving, I'll leave that down below so you can go and check them out. But the thing that I personally like to do the most is give experience gifts. And experience gifts can be a lot of different things really, but it's not something that you can wrap. It's not something that you can throw away. Both good things. And an experience gift can be anything from a concert to a picnic or a dinner or a sports event. Tickets to sports events, that is. I haven't been to many sports events. Really anything that you or this other person can experience together, or that this other person can experience with someone else. One of the most frequent ones I've given, I think, are movie tickets, because it's super easy. People enjoy them. I'm friends with a lot of nerds who love that stuff. You can also buy secondhand from other people that are selling stuff. There's a lot of platforms. I use Tradono and Trend Sales and DBA and stuff like that to find items that a person I care about likes and wants, and then I buy it secondhand. For instance, I got a joystick from my boyfriend's birthday this year, and he really liked it. He needed a new one and it was super simple. So that's also something that you can do, that I personally also like to do. If you have someone with a wish list or like specific wishes, buying them secondhand from other people or like stores that repair stuff and resell it, that can be a good idea. When it comes to giving other people gifts, you can buy something that's ethically and sustainably made from a transparent company. You can find something secondhand or like thrifted, and you can do that. You can give them an experience gift that does not need any wrapping. You can also make something yourself actually. If you have like a skill or something you're really good at, then definitely make stuff for your friends and family. That would be ace. I love getting homemade gifts. When it comes to you receiving gifts from others, it can be kind of difficult because not everyone got the memo of maybe you not wanting fast fashion, or maybe you not wanting a specific item or like a new item or whatnot. And the thing that I do if I get something, for instance, from fast fashion, is that I try to resell it on these platforms that I mentioned before. I don't take it to the store because I don't want store credit. I don't have the use for it, or I try to re-gift it for another person that I think is going to like it. A lot of people give me gifts that are actually wrapped as I would wrap gifts, which I love, but also sometimes I get something that's wrapped normally, and when that happens, move on. Just with time, a lot of people is going to get the memo. The first year I was zero waste, literally none of my gifts that I got was wrapped sustainably, because you cannot really expect other people to sort of just read your mind. But now it's been going on for 4 years, almost 5 at this point, and people are starting to realize that this is not a phase. So Also, because I use stuff like tablecloths or like cloth napkins or dishcloths to wrap my gifts in, I've heard a lot of people say, well, that's going to be really expensive in dishcloths or whatnot. Firstly, you can find them secondhand really easily. Secondly, you can choose to make it like a part of the gift, and a lot of people will like to receive that as part of the gift. But I also just stress whenever I give a gift that if you're not interested in the packaging, I would like to have it back and I can use it for other gifts as well. And a lot of people are a-okay with it. I've never had anyone that said to my face that that was a bad idea. People can think what they want. I don't really care. When it comes to food, and your girl loves food. I've been making vegan recipes for Christmas for 3 years now, and every single year I feel my recipes improving and them getting better and better and more tasty. I understand why some people have a hard time giving up animal products, especially in traditional dishes like your Christmas recipes. I have made this beet Wellington 2 years in a row now, and it's absolutely delicious, and you can of course find the recipe in the description down below. You can run into a lot of stuff that you have to refuse or say no to or sort of just skip because there's animal products in it, especially if you're vegan. I mean, I guess if you're vegan then yeah. But we waste around 80% more food in December than any other month of the year because we have this sort of idea that we need enough food and it's festive. So I mean, we need many courses and we need like big buffets and we need to have dinners and lunches and lots of events all the time, which means a lot more food is going to be wasted. So if you're hosting anything, I do the thing whenever I'm hosting something is that I make a little less food than I think I will need, because then it will sort of even each other out with how much food I'm expecting and how much food, really badly explained. But trying to counter this idea of abundance, because that's generally something that's in lots of ways destroying our planet. And if one of your guests' holidays are completely ruined because they didn't get a third plate of whatever food you were serving, seems like a them problem, not really a you problem. So then there is the issue of all the small cute items and things and traditions that we do during the holidays. An example of which is the advent calendars, or like the monthly calendars with a little piece of chocolate in it or whatnot. These are often wrapped in plastic. The quality of the chocolate is really poor, which means that the cocoa beans that were used for this chocolate probably involved child labor. So instead of going for these classic advent calendars, try to make your own instead with bulk sweets and small canvas bags, or even like a reusable little box that you, your loved ones, your friends, your family or your children can open every day, and then there'll be a tiny little treat or like a snack or something. Way more environmentally friendly, easier, and also a way cheaper, I guess. Went to the thrift store and I have started my holiday decor shopping. And stuff happened, you guys. Look, we have pine cones, whatever this is. We have more pine cones? Haha. So you could also go out into nature and buy these. What? You could also go out into nature and find these on the ground, but I thought I might as well buy them at my local thrift shop. They were 1 penny, or the equivalent of 1 penny, I guess. And then I support like a really good cause simultaneously. So I thought that would be a good idea. But this is where it's at, because I'm a basic girl and I wanted fairy lights. Let's see where's the, okay, yeah, so here. But buying electronics, you guys, is crazy unsustainable. So finding electronics secondhand instead is a yes. And this is almost not even used, I guess. And there's, oh my god. Let's see if we can do this. I see absolutely no problem in lighting some fairy lights or some Christmas lights now and then, but 300 hours of constantly lit lights emits around 5 kilos of CO2, and if the light bulbs are LED, they emit around 1 kilo. So instead of having them turned on every single day, 24 hours a day. Try and just turn them on whenever you're in the room or you're going to enjoy them, instead of having them turned on, especially in the daytime as well. I have always made my own Christmas decor because I'm cheap as all hell. And Christmas decor and like a fancy stuff, it's usually really expensive, and I don't see any need to buy something that's super expensive, but then I'll only enjoy the look of it about 1 month a year. And I think that's nuts and bonkers. Instead of buying something that you will put away in a box, try to use something that's kind of more versatile, something that you can use all year round, or something that will biodegrade when you're done using it. So a thing that I've really come to love is just natural pine and pine cones. I got this entire bag of pine from my parents-in-law and from their garden. And I see a lot of stores actually selling this stuff quite expensively as well. And I got this all for free, and I'm going to be using this in my Christmas decor and in my gift wrapping, and just generally to lighten up the Christmas spirit in my apartment. And I love this so much, and it's so nice and completely zero waste. Like, generally, one thing that I try to stay away from as much as humanly possible, and like one of the most important things for me during the holidays to stay away from, are small bits and bobs, like small, useless, unnecessary gifts and fun gadget and gimmicks. And we have like a tradition in Denmark where we wrap small tiny gifts that have less to no value, and then we sort of fight for them and use them as prizes in games and whatnot. And they are produced really cheaply because they are really cheap, and no one ever uses any of this stuff because it's not really made to be used. And I try to stay away from all small gimmicks, gadgets, bits, bobs, whatever. No. And when there are like gifts or games where you need to have a gift, you bring something that's useful, or bring something that's edible. Just a general tip in that regard. I hope that this made some sort of sense. I hope that you liked this video. Tell me down below what your favorite zero waste Christmas tips are. I would of course love to know. There's way more to my zero waste Christmas than I could just wrap quickly in this video, so please check out my other vlogs and zero waste videos about Christmas, and also check down below where I've linked all of my blog posts. There is a gift giving guide, there's a gift wrapping guide, there are all my recipes that I mentioned and more. So be sure to check that out before typing, well, you didn't mention. None of you guys do that. You're always so sweet to me, so I don't know why I'm making this stuff up in my head. That's just something that happens that I'm afraid that a lot of people will think, why didn't you think of that? But I did though. I did. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing December, and have an amazing Christmas, and whatever else you might be celebrating. I hope that you like this video, and see you guys in my next video. Take really good care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye! Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below, and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!